Oh, yeah.
So you catch something.
Yeah.
Like
Sorry
chaos.
for being a few minutes late. It was the Americans.
Okay,
Okay, go live. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome everybody to the planning committee meeting this evening. Member of the public, councillors and the deputy town clerk. First item on the agenda is apologies for absence.
we have apologies from the chair, councillor Michelle Thomas, and the second councillor Lorraine Hilliard.
Nothing from councillor Clark? No.
No,
Item 2, declaration of interest. Anybody have any purely declarations of interest in any item on the agenda?
Are we declaring as a council an interest in 357, or are we not bothering? This is confusing each time.
I think we're not commenting.
Okay, not commenting.
Okay, all right. To accept the minutes, can I take all three of these unless anybody wishes to speak to any of them?
Yes.
Minutes of the planning committee of the 28th of March. The climate emergency of the 15th of March and the transport strategy group of the 6th of April. Can I take all those as well? Yeah, thank you. I just a short comment on that, on the transport strategy group, which I attended the last meeting, and probably the one before that as well. The amount of work that Multi Stefan and also some residents and also Nick put in would you class it an objection to OCC
Response.
response? Yeah, I'll probably say an objection as well. There's a 209 pages
It's an amazing mass of information.
of information. Yeah, so hopefully they take note of that. Okay, item 4, public participation. Jeff, do you wish to speak? No, okay, nobody else. Item 5, plans amended, which are on page 17 of your agenda. First item is P22/S4433/HH 7 Highlands Lane, Robberfield Grace. Councillor,
Minor changes go with approval again.
yeah. So seconded over there. Anybody else wish to speak? All in favour of that? Okay, it's carried. Next one is P23/S0346/HH 12 Wootton Road. Councillor Clark,
Recommend approval with the same recommendation of ancillary to the host one.
okay, second of Councillor Gavishaw.
Yeah, one comment ahead of slide, it does say the ancillary, but it's in here.
Yeah.
It's garage to habitable accommodation ancillary to the host plan. So yeah, tick the box. Thank you.
Okay, I didn't quite hear that.
Yeah, was that?
Yeah, okay.
Right.
All in favour? It's carried. And the third one of that is P23/S0921/HH 22 Albert Road.
Well, you were unhappy it was retrospective before, and now they're making amendments to a retrospective planning application.
Well,
I mean, if the irony isn't, but yeah.
to be fair, is it retrospective? They've obviously carried out work.
It was
internally,
originally, yeah.
But they haven't carried any work externally, or they hadn't anyway. So it's a question of, is it retrospective or not?
We're still approving it.
Anyway, so you're saying a proposed approval. Councillor Howard, second of that. Okay, all in favour of those? That's carried. Item 6 is plans new, which is on page 19. The first one is P22/S4620/O.
I'm making no comment on this one.
Henley Hockey Club. I don't know why was it Henley Hockey Club?
Just the address.
Yeah, it's part of the address.
Okay, fine. So as we're the landowner there, Henley Town Council, we will not make any comments other than that. It's in the neighbourhood plan for around 50 units. Okay, so no comment on that one. The next one, P23/S0999 Forsyth HH 59, the close. I'll just give you a bit of information on this. It's quite interesting, this one. It's the owner is an ex-councillor, ex-mayor of the council. Not that's got anything to do with whatsoever. But she purchased the property, and amazingly, it had a stud work wall just behind the garage door. And it had planning permission for everything that was there, but the garage door was left. So actually, all this application is to take the garage door off and then put a new window in there, which is similar to other ones that have been done. But the original application was probably, I don't know, 20 years ago. And I'm not even sure that it needs planning permission now, but anyway, it is what it is. So that's the information, yeah. Councillor Caversham.
Well, like you, Chair, I share your fascination with this planning application. It's of vital interest for the town.
Let's not spend too much time on this.
And I think we should discuss it in depth, but I propose acceptance. But I note your comments of fascination with it.
Do I have a second to this fascination?
No, it's not the fascination, it's the application.
Anybody else want to paint it pink as well, or see?
Anybody else wish to speak? Okay, all in favour of that? That's carried. On the next one, I've got even more information on the next one. P23 Portsmouth S1074 Portsmouth HH, but I'll listen to the committee. Councillor Plant.
Yes.
That's a proposal acceptance, seconded by Councillor Gavin Jack. Okay, anybody wish to speak?
No.
No, all in favour? It's carried.
Too much development going on at Elizabeth Road.
Absolutely, yeah. Next one, P23 Forsyth S1110 Forsyth HH22 Milton Close, Councillor Plant.
I don't think this one's appropriate for its location. I've got no problem with the internal garage. I'm not sure it's a street scene that's aesthetically probably worth protecting, but I do think it's completely out of keeping with its neighbourhood setting. It's one of those, it's a 50-50. I'm fully in support of half the application and not in support of extending out the front of the actual.
It's right and very far corner.
Yeah.
So is there a proposal here or? Or you waiting?
Oh, I'm actually going for refusal on so
Okay, do I have a seconder for that?
it's fine if I don't.
You seconded?
No,
No, okay, carry on.
I propose acceptance of this. Yes, it's problematic in some aspects, but I think it's sort of okay.
Councillor Rose?
I'll second that. I think the thing for me, just looking at this, I mean, it's obviously knife enhancing for somebody. I can't make any assumptions here, but I think it's easy enough to work out why they're putting that in, and I think it's probably a bit harsh to turn around and say, no, you can't have it.
Councillor Buckley, do you want to speak?
No, sorry, I don't.
It is grossly inaccurate. That's
So I've got a proposal for acceptance, that's seconded by Councillor Romans, all in favour? That's carried. Next one, P23 S1142/HH level close. Councillor Gavashak,
Propose acceptance. Thank you.
seconded by Councillor Plant. All in favour? That's carried. P23 S1165 S73 former site of New Lodge, Peppered Lane. Interesting. Councillor Plant.
yeah, subtle variation, so approval.
Okay. Seconded by Councillor Gavashak. Anybody else to speak? No, all in favour? That's carried. And the last one is P23 S1206/8 Jewson's Reading Road. I do have an account there. I think I spent £6.93 last year.
That's the DPI. Can't comment on this one, sir.
Okay. Councillor Owens.
Well, deeply controversial proposal for a business to advertise its services and things, but I'll waive it through. Approved.
Proposed by Councillor Owens, second by Councillor Plant. All in favour? It's carried. Thank you. Go on to item 7, objections and call-ins. Don't think you have any there, do we? No. Action 8, decision notices to note. If anybody wishes to speak to any of those.
No, we'll be happy.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on from there. To item 9, plan appeal. To note an appeal has been made to the Secretary of State. This is as going to Newtown Road on the left-hand side. They already have plan permission there, but I think it just went too far in the end. Do we need to speak to that? I don't think so. I think we'll leave this to SOBC. All in favour of that?
Yeah.
Okay. Item 10, appeal decision, Town and Country Plan Act 1990, appeal against refusal. This was 122 Reading Road. I think this had something to do with a dormer.
Right, we're doing one.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that.
Full width back.
So it looks like I was right on that one.
You can get right on the education. Even a broken clock right past a day.
That's just to note that, item 11, certificate of lawful development applications. While it counts, we can't do anything about that. If anybody wants to make a comment anyway.
Flatridge Dormer went through on this one.
Okay, we move on to item 12, which is on page 31 to 43, OCC consultation proposed disabled person parking places. The ones that about Henley on page 31 and 32. Anybody make a comment on those?
No, as long as they're relevant, see no
Okay.
issues.
You're happy to accept those?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Item 13, contractors for Marlow Road crossing, page 45-62. Can you make a comment on that?
I don't know. Do you want me to speak to that, Stefan?
Yeah, if you can speak and I'll pick anything that's for me. Three.
Okay, what page is it?
47 is the recommendation. Oh, the recommendation is pretty straightforward.
Yes, so as previously reported, OCC went out for quotes for the works down at Marlow Road. They went out to 4 different contractors, I think, but 2 of them said they've got too much on and were unable to return prices. So we've got 2 prices for the civil engineering, and OCC have preferred suppliers for the feeder pillar for the electrics and also for their signal works. So the quotations are attached. OCC recommend company A, who've recently worked on a puffin crossing for OCC. The total costs come to expected total, including the contingency of 20%, comes to £134,131, which is within the budget that was agreed at full council on the 3rd of January 2023. So the recommendation is to appoint company A for the civil engineering works for the puffin crossing and C&D for signals and electrical works.
So I ask 2 questions on this. The contingency,
Mhm.
whose figure is that? Is that Oxford County Council?
Suggesting 20%.
I would like to think that they would pay for that themselves. I'm not sure why we should be paying a contingency for Oxford County Council. We're agreeing to pay the,
We don't have to pay contingency, that's just in case it's.
well, that's the point I'm making. I don't think we should be paying anything to OCC. You know, I think they should be paying something. And the other one,
That you and Councillor Hamilton agree on something.
yeah, well, there we go. And the other one is, I've just found out that OCC do have a considerable amount of money on SIL. And this is infrastructure as far as I'm concerned, and one would like to think that they may want to come up with some money or support this
They've got a vast sum that will run out like ours.
Yeah, but no, the point I'm making is, they're probably using seal money that's come from Henley indirectly. And maybe they should kind of give this back to the town. Councillor Gavin.
Well, the first thing to say, I've always said that on this particular crossing, it would be funded by Henley Town Council. I've been absolutely consistent on that. Yes, this has taken a while to come to fruition, mainly because OCC had staff shortages in the south of the county. 20% contingency is not payable to OCC. The 20% contingency is that if they actually find, horrors under the soil that they weren't anticipating, then they've got a budget to sort it rather than the work be stopped. So therefore, and it's within the budget that full council have set. So therefore, I would ask the committee, and in fact, I will propose a recommendation on 47. Recommend that the committee resolve to appoint company A for the civil engineering and C and B for the signals and electrical work. And I know there are many people on the Swiss Bomb estate who will be extremely happy when this is in and finished.
Councillor Plant.
Happy to second that, but I do still think it is worth an email or a phone call or a small coffee chat to discuss whether still money can be used towards it. Because I think it's much like us when we've made decisions on what still can and cannot be used for. It's been a fluid thing. We've changed. We've been like, well, actually, we can use it for this on advice. We can use it for that. And they do have a huge pot of unallocated still at the moment that they might go, actually, yes, we could contribute some, and well done for asking. If they come back and say, no, I'm fully in support of the recommendation, but it's certainly worth an ask, they might go, actually, you know what? Yes, because the crossing is to enable more residents to move more freely, which is exactly what still is for.
Let's vote on 5.1 on page 47 on small one.
Sorry, Chair.
That's what we're doing.
Propose
Yeah.
both of the recommendations.
That's what I've just said. Let's vote on 5.1, which is 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Let's vote on there, and then we'll pick up your.
That's what we're doing now.
Yeah, that's what I'm just saying. Yeah. So let's vote on those. Does anybody else want to speak on those? So all in favour of the recommendation on page 47, 5.1, small 1 and small 2, all in favour of that, right? Okay, let's just go back. That's carried. Let's just go back to your point, just for a moment, and talk about just an email or a conversation with OCC to see if they would be prepared to give us some of the seal money towards this scheme. The money has come off the has come from Henley, so one would like to suggest it could probably come back. I see no reason that we can't ask to do that.
You, as a county councillor, you'd be saving the budget.
Yeah.
100,000, 6-figure sum. You'd be lauded for the next 4 years for that.
Thank you.
When we're scrimping for £6,000 at the end of the next budget cycle.
So Kath and I will. So just quick, Kath and I will. I'll drop an email and Kath will send it to. We know the office.
Councillor Gavin, it's not up to you to tell an officer what to do. So if you'd like to rephrase what you're proposing to do.
I will draft an email and I will ask Kath to look at it. And if it's approved, then it will get sent.
I think that, I can go with that.
Something like that.
Okay, thank you.
Something like that.
Yeah. So I'm second for that. Councillor Plant, right. Anybody else like to speak? Okay, all in favour of that? It's unanimous. Item 14, progress report for applications called in, which is on page 63. Actually, that's almost disappeared. We've very got very little left on it. Sorry, 60, 63. Anybody wish to comment? No.
Team High Court close enough here.
That's kind of gone very quiet there. 23 Reading Road is up at SODC tomorrow evening, hopefully. Councillor Hillier will be speaking for the town council on that one. Oh, that's very little, so we accept the progress report, and we've got another progress report on page 65, which is item 15. Anybody want to speak on any of those?
Just the last one, I was wondering whether councillor Riley wished me to write an email about Article 4 direction to prompt Adrian Duffield to actually do something about it. I will, of course, pass it past you for approval before I say it.
It's not up to me to approve it. I'm just the vice chairman of this committee, chairman. I think you need to go through an officer. But we are already in contact with SODC on this matter, I believe. Deputy Town Clerk.
I think the last we heard on this was that they're considering it as part of the new local
That's
plan.
right, yeah. I think councillor.
Which is going to be in forever.
Okay, anything else on there? Anybody like to speak about anything else? No, okay. This is the part of the meeting, and I don't think this committee's been into exclusion of the press and the public for quite a while, actually, so
Finances.
well, I'm going to read it out. To consider that the public and the press be excluded from the remainder of the meeting in accordance with the Public Bodies Admission of Meetings Act 1960, as publicity would be prejudicial to the public interest by reason of the confidential nature of the business. I'd say propose that. Do I get a second? Are we all in favour?
Bye, Jeff. Fiddle of the-
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
We elected him.